Hi student friends, I'm presenting my next video on the topic of Cayley-Hamilton theorem, which states like this: every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation if capital A is given square matrix of order n, then its characteristic equation is given by or obtained by determinant of A minus lambda I is equals to 0, which we have seen in the previous video, how to obtain the characteristic equation. It gives you minus 1 raised to n lambda raised to n, k1 lambda raised to n minus 1 plus k2 lambda raised to n minus 2 plus so on plus kn is equals to 0. This is the characteristic equation of order n. Then this characteristic equation is satisfied by that matrix A itself. Therefore, by Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we get minus 1 raised to n. Everywhere lambda is replaced by that matrix capital A, and therefore we get minus 1 raised to n, A raised to n, k1 A raised to n minus 1 plus k2 A raised to n minus 2 plus so on plus kn equals to 0. There are two types of problem may be asked on this topic. First one is verify the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, which I am discussing in this video, and the second part, using Cayley-Hamilton theorem, find A inverse or inverse of that matrix, that I will discuss in this second part of this video. Therefore, try to see one simple example how we can use this Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem. For matrix A is equals to, elements are 1, 2, 2 minus 1. Given matrix is a square matrix of order 2 by 2. And here the question is where to verify this Cayley-Hamilton theorem. We perform in two parts. First part, we obtain the characteristic equation of that matrix, and after getting that characteristic equation, we apply this theorem. Therefore, determinant of A minus lambda I is equals to 0. That is determinant of, subtracting lambda from this principal diagonal element, we get 1 minus lambda, 2, 2 and minus 1 minus lambda is equals to 0. And this is nothing but by that shortcut method to find a characteristic equation. It is lambda square minus s1 lambda plus determinant of A equals to 0, where S1 is sum of the principal diagonal element. Therefore it is 1 minus 1, that is equals to 0. And the second part, determinant of E is equals to determinant of this matrix 1 to 2 minus 1. Finding the value, 1 into minus 1 we get minus 1, minus this 4, the value is minus 5. Substituting this here in equation 1 becomes if you put these values, equation 1 becomes lambda square minus s1 lambda, s1 is 0, therefore that term becomes 0, and plus determinant of A, that determinant of A is minus 5, and this plus into minus 5 we get minus 5. As the characteristic equation. Then we apply the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. By Cayley-Hamilton theorem, this equation is satisfied by that matrix A itself, and therefore we have A square minus 5. Here A square is a matrix, therefore the second term must also must be in the form of matrix. Therefore I will multiply it by identity matrix so that we can have a subtraction of these two. Otherwise that subtraction is not possible. Therefore this is the equation obtained by applying this Cayley-Hamilton theorem. It is in terms of A. That is the first part. After getting this equation, second part we have to verify this Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Therefore that calculation I will perform here. To verify this, we find A square matrix of A square. A square means matrix A into matrix A, matrix 1, 2, containing elements 1, 2 and 2 minus 1 of order 2 by 2. It is multiplied by the same matrix 1, 2, 2 minus 1, and again the order of this matrix is also 2 by 2. Then we check whether matrix multiplication is possible or not by observing this number of columns of first is equals to number of rows of second matrix. That's why matrix multiplication is possible, and as it is possible we perform it. It is equals to we have to multiply by this row to this column, first row to the first column, and multiplication of corresponding element to corresponding element means first to first, second to second, like this. Therefore 1 into 1 we get 1, 2 into 2 we get 4. This is the first element. Then by the same row I will multiply to this second row. Therefore elements are 1 into 2, 2, and 2 into minus 1 we get minus 2. Okay. Then by this second row to this column, 2 into 1 we get 2, minus 1 into 2 minus 2, and then by the same row to this second column we get 2 to the 4, and minus 1 into minus 1 we get plus 1, and therefore the elements are 1 plus 4 5, 2 minus 2 0, 2 minus 2 0, and 4 plus 1 5. And if you put this matrix here in equation 3 becomes A square matrix is 5 0 0 5 minus 5 times identity matrix of the same order. Same order means here it is of order 2, and that is 1 0 0 1, and therefore it is equals to first matrix is 5 0 0 5 minus, multiplying it inside we have the elements as 5 0 0 5, and then performing this subtraction, first from first, second from second, like this we get 5 minus 5 we get 0, 0 minus 0 0, 0 minus 0 0, and 5 minus 5 0, means we get the resultant matrix as a null matrix or zero matrix. Therefore here the left hand side and right hand side are same, that is theorem is verified. Therefore, with this simple example, I tried to explain how we can verify the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. All the calculations are very easy to perform. Then after knowing this basic concept, how we can use Cayley-Hamilton theorem, I will solve the problem of order 3 by 3, a square matrix of order 3 by 3. We consider it matrix as 1 0 2, 0 1 2, and 1 2 0. The order of this matrix is 3 by 3 square matrix, for which we have to verify the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Therefore, again we perform in two parts. First part, find the characteristic equation, and second part, verify it by applying this Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Characteristic equation is given by determinant of a minus lambda I is equals to 0, that is determinant of this matrix and that matrix containing the elements 1 minus lambda, subtracting lambda from this principal diagonal element, keeping all of the elements as it is, 0 2 0, 1 minus lambda 2 1 2, 0 minus lambda minus lambda. equals to 0. Obtained either by evaluating value of this determinant or by using that shortcut method. Therefore, I am using that second method. This is nothing but it is lambda cube minus s1 lambda square plus s2 lambda minus determinant of A equals to 0, where S1 is the sum of the principal diagonal element. Therefore, it is 1 plus 1 plus 0. Therefore, that value is 2. Then S2 is sum of the minors of this principal diagonal element, minor of 1, first diagonal element, then second diagonal element 1, therefore minor of that also, minor of second diagonal element 1, and the third one minor of that 0. And therefore, by applying the definition of minor, when we find a minor, we neglect this row and this column and taking the remaining elements in the determinant. Therefore, the remaining elements are here 1, 2, 2, 0. Every time I am repeating how we can obtain the minor. Then we find the minor of this second diagonal element 1, neglect this row and this second column, and taking determinant of the remaining elements are 1, 2, 1, 0, then plus minor of this, neglecting this row and this column and taking the remaining elements in determinant 1, 0, 0, 1. You have to perform the calculations very, very carefully. All the calculation must be without any error. Single mistake may lead to wrong answer. Therefore, be very, very careful. Therefore, 1 into 0, 0, minus 2 to the 4, 1 into 0, 0, minus 2 into 1, plus 1 into 1, 1, minus this product 0. And therefore, if you simplify, it is minus 4, minus 2, and plus 1. Minus 6 plus 1, we get that value as minus 6 plus 1, minus 5. Okay. And the last, we find out the determinant of A. Determinant of A determinant of that matrix, given matrix, it is 1, 0, 2, 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 0, and then evaluate as usual. We are finding the value of third order determinant 1 into this product minus this product plus second element is 0 with minus sign. Therefore, 0 into anything is 0. Therefore, I am not calculating that value. Plus 2 into neglecting this row and this column, determinant of this 0, 1, 1, 2. Therefore, that product is 0 minus 1 into 1, we get 1. And therefore, if you simplify it, minus 4 into 1, we get minus 4. This one is 0, and 2 into minus 1, minus 2. And therefore, that value is minus 6. Okay. Substituting this, if you call this equation 1, in equation 1. Therefore, that equation 1 becomes lambda cube minus s1 lambda square. The value of s1 is 2. Therefore, it is 2 lambda square plus s2 lambda. The value of s2 is minus 5. Therefore, minus 5 lambda, and minus determinant of A. The value of determinant of A is minus 6. That minus and this minus, it become plus 6. Equation number 3. Here the first part is over. We have obtained the characteristic equation, and after getting characteristic equation, we apply this Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Therefore, by Cayley-Hamilton theorem, this equation is satisfied by that matrix A itself. Means what we have to replace lambda everywhere by capital A. Therefore, equation is A cube minus 2A square minus 5A and plus 6. As already I have explained, this if you keep 6, then it is not possible to add or subtract. Therefore, we have to convert this 6 into matrix form as 6i, converting into identity matrix. Then only addition of all this term is possible. Therefore, this is the equation number 4, obtained by applying Cayley-Hamilton theorem. And then next part, we have to verify this. Therefore, that part I will do here. We require to find out this A square matrix and matrix for A cube. Therefore, first of all, we find out the A square matrix. A square means matrix A into matrix A. It is 102, 012, 120 multiplied by again same matrix 102, 012 and 120. Order is here 3 by 3 and order of this is 3 by 3. Here matrix multiplication is possible as this 3 is equals to this 3. Okay, then multiplying by this first row to this first column, we get the elements as 1 into 1 1, 0 plus 2 into 1 2, first element. Then by the same row to this second column, 1 into 0 0, 0 into 1 0 and 2 into 2 4, second element. Then by the same row to this third, we get 1 into 2 2, 0 into this 0 and 2 into 0 0. These are the elements in the first row. Then by second row to this columns, again to first column, 0 into 1 0, 1 into 0 0, 2 into 1 2. Then by the same row to the second column, 0, 1 into 1 1, 2 into 2 4. Then by this to third, 0, 1 into 2 and 2 into 0 0. Then by the third row to these columns, first column 1 plus 0 plus 0. Then by this to second column, 0 2 and 0. Then by this to this third, it is 2 to the 4 and 0. And therefore we get the matrix A square having the elements 1 plus 2 3, 0 plus 4 4, 2 plus 0 2, then 2, 4 plus 1 5, 2, 1, 2 and 6. Therefore, that matrix is for A square as containing the elements 3 4 2, then 2 5 2 and then 1 2 6. Okay. Then we find out A cube. A cube is nothing but A square into A matrix. Therefore, A square matrix is just we obtain as 3 4 2, 2 5 2 and 1 2 6. This matrix is multiplied by that matrix A. That matrix A is 1 0 2, 0 1 2, 1 2 0. And therefore, performing matrix multiplication, here that matrix multiplication is possible. Check it yourself. Then I will perform by this row to this column. 3 into 1 3, 4 into 0 0, plus 2 into 1 2. I am not writing that 0 term here. Then by this row to this second column, 3 into 0 0, 4 into 1 4 and 2 to the 4. Then by the same to this third, it is 3 to the 6, 4 to the 8 and 2 into 0 0. Then by this second row to this column, 1 into 2 2, 5 into 0 0 and 2 into 1 2. Okay. Then by the same row to this second, we get 0 5 and 2 to the 4. Then by this to this third, 2 to the 4, 5 to the 10 and 2 into 0 0. Then by this row to that columns, 1 into 1 1, 2 into 0 0 and 6 into 1 6. Then by this to the second, 0 into 1, then 2 into 1 2, 6 to the 12. Then 1 into 2 2, 2 to the 4, 6 into 0 0. And therefore, if you simplify it, the elements of that A cube matrix, 3 plus 2 5, 4 plus 4 8, 6 plus 8 14, 2 plus 2 4, 5 plus 4 9, then 4 plus 10 14, 1 plus 6 7, 12 plus 2 14 and 2 plus 4 6. Therefore, the elements of that A cube matrix are 5 8 14, 4 9 14, 7 14 and 6. Then put all these matrices in equation 4. That equation 4 becomes, I will show that equation 4 becomes first is A cube matrix. That A cube matrix is containing the elements 5 8 14 4 9 14 7 14 and 6. Then minus 2 times A square. Therefore, The elements of A square matrix are 3, 4, 2, 2, 5, 2, 1, 2, 6. Then minus 5 times A matrix, that given matrix is 1, 0, 2, 0, 1, 2 and 1, 2, 0. And then last plus 6i. I means the identity matrix of the same order means of order 3. 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Then we perform all this calculation, and if we get the sum of all this at 0 means null matrix, then that means theorem is verified. Therefore, I will write down the element directly by performing this calculation. 5 minus 3 to the 6 minus 5 and plus 6. That is the first element. Then 8 minus 8 minus 0 and plus 0. Then the third element 14 minus 4 plus minus 10, and this one is 0. Okay. Then for the second row elements it is 4 minus 4 minus 0 and plus 0. Then next second element 9 minus 10 minus 5 and plus 6. Then third element in that row 14 minus 4 minus 10 and plus 0. Then for the third row elements are 7 minus 2 minus 5 and plus 0. Then next 14 minus 4 minus 10 and this one is 0. And the last 6 minus 12 minus 0 plus 6. And if you see the elements, if you simplify it, this is 6 minus 6 0, 5 minus 5 0, therefore it is 0. 8 minus 8 it is 0. 14 minus 14 we get 0. 4 minus 4 0. 9 plus 6 15 minus this 15 it is 0. 14 minus this 14 0. 7 minus 7 0. 14 minus this 14 0. And 12 minus 12 0. Means the sum of all these matrices is equals to a null matrix or zero matrix. Means what? That is Cayley-Hamilton theorem is verified. Therefore, with these two examples, I have explained how we can verify the Cayley-Hamilton theorem in this first part of this video. In second part, I will discuss how we can use Cayley-Hamilton theorem to find out the A inverse.